Hello, everybody. It is your boy Speener here. I just wanted to put out a quick video. I wanted you guys to hear my voice. I wanted you guys to know that I'm alive. Um, Obviously, watch through this video. Give it a like if you want. If you like it, it's gonna be a pretty chill video. We're just gonna do a quick comic book rant. It's just posing the question: how did Hashirama die in Naruto? What I am going to do at the very end of this video, so you should definitely stick around, is I'm going to give my own theory as to why Hashirama died and how Hashirama died. I know that there's some data book statement saying he died, I believe it was before the second Shinobi World War. Don't know, don't care. But I'm going to tell you what I think is the reason for his death. Just stick around to the end. Make sure to like this video and we'll get right into it. Hit that intro. So, like I said, I don't actually have an intro for this video, but I'm very lucky now to announce that LEGO Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, comes out on April 5th. I have April 6th and 7th off, so as LEGO Star Wars was almost my entire childhood, I will be streaming this game for 2 days straight. I do not care. So expect to see that. Follow me on TikTok for more about that. I'm going to be posting over there, but hope you guys enjoy this video on how Hashirama died. Oh, okay. So this is going to be by Mark York. How did Hashirama die in Naruto? Comic book rant. I don't even know what CBR stands for. I think it's comic book rant, but it doesn't matter. I've been saying that for so long. It's comic book rant to me. No, as opposed to some of my other comic book rant articles, I am going to read this article in its entirety, just to fact check anything he says. This is 4 days ago, so this is recent. There's no reason for him to have any incorrect information. Most of the Hokage's deaths in Naruto are accounted for. Hashirama Senju died acting as a distraction. I mean, yeah. Here's in Sarutobi perished using the Reaper Death Seal. Yeah. As did Minato Namikaze. Yeah. However, there's one Hokage whose end remains shrouded in history, Hashirama Senju. I mean, if you're one of the Boruto conspiracy theorists, Kakashi's dead too. So, but nobody knows how the first Hokage died, as neither the anime nor the manga address the details of his ultimate fate. This is true. Without anything official to go on, and the data book is official, but fans have been left to speculate on potential causes of death by using available information about Hashirama. All kinds of theories and conclusions formed. Yeah, we're getting good. Who was Hashirama Senju? I don't think any of this matters. I'm not reading that. Why Hashirama's death is a mystery. A big issue with discerning the circumstance of Hashirama's death is how powerful he was. This is true. There was no one in that time span who was facing off against Hashirama. You have people that are held in high regard. I'm not going to be noodles, don't worry, but Kakuzu is a very strong and very talented shinobi. And for him to be disgraced so badly by Hashirama, he's not even going to go back to his village. He's just going to become like a rogue nin. Like, what the fuck? Not only did Kakuzu attempt an assassination on Hashirama, but Hashirama survived it and didn't care if Kakuzu lived or not. He's just like, yeah, go free. I don't care. That's goat status. But in his lifetime, he was the strongest ninja in history. That is true. Earning the title God of Shinobi. His power wouldn't be surpassed until Naruto's era. Sure, which came long after his passing. The only person who ever came close before then was Madara, who was put out of commission by Hashirama himself. For how powerful he was, it's a wonder who even could kill him. Gosh, it is really late. I don't know if you can see it on my screen. It's 11:43. It's about to be April Fool's, so I had to get this out before April Fool's. What are the best theories about Hashirama's death? If Hashirama did somehow die in battle, there are a few ways it could have happened. I mean, I guess he could have been taken down by overwhelming numbers, like the third Hokage. He's really stronger than this Hokage that would take a force of more than 10,000 shinobi. That was more so the fourth Hokage, or the third Hokage, just like had ungodly stamina and just like ran through 10k back to back. I don't really know if that's accurate, but even then, Hashirama just has like massive AoE. Like you posted the golem right here. I don't know. You're doing pretty good. What is it, Mark? You're doing pretty good, Mark. And don't look at my ads. All right. The only person who ever came close to Madara. Yep. He might also have been assassinated, but seeing as how Kakuzu canonically failed to do that, that seems unlikely too. This is what I'm saying. Like Kakuzu, the guy who's stronger than Pain, couldn't even kill Hashirama. He might have been gravely injured by Madara during their final battle, which has affected his performance in future fights and cost him his life. That's not... I mean, he walked away from that battle pretty unscathed, to my recollection, just because of his amazing healing factor. I don't believe that... He's literally like the Wolverine of Naruto, right? Like, his DNA is just held in really high regard. I don't really think that the wounds he got fighting Madara were gonna stay there forever. He might have performed a noble sacrifice, which would definitely fit with his character. Strong or not, there are plenty of ways to die in a fight. This is true. I like how this article doesn't try and pinpoint anything, it's just continuing to speculate. Many believe Hashirama died a natural death. Ooh. I'll have to tell you guys about my theories on that one. Either from old age or from disease, such an uneventful death wouldn't have a reason to be shown on screen, which would explain why it was never covered. This is true. It's also comforting to think a man who spent his career in pursuit of peace was allowed to pass peacefully. This is true, exactly. However, natural death is often rebuffed because of the reanimation jutsu. This technique apparently brings people back in whatever state they were in at the point of their death. This doesn't seem to be true. Hiruzen is brought back in an old age, but like Nagato is brought back in a slightly better state than the one he died in. I'm not sure I believe that Edo Tensei brings people back at the state of their death. It's just not something I agree with. I don't know. There's a lot of things that point towards it, but I don't know. This includes their age and whatever clothing they were wearing. Because Hashirama came back looking fairly young and fully armored, it's assumed he died in battle. Again, for how strong he was, that's difficult to believe. I mean, I guess, but like, I don't know. He looks fairly young throughout his entire life. Even whenever we know that he's grandparent to Tsunade, he still looks fairly young. I don't know if this is really a good explanation, but I understand where they're coming from. There may be another explanation for Hashirama coming back the way he did. After all, Madara was reanimated in a similar state. Exactly, Madara died old, but his death is confirmed to be as an old man in robes. It's possible that under the right circumstances, the use of the reanimation jutsu has some control over how subjects are brought back. Or Madara was just brought back in the state that he originally died in. Because he originally died young. Right? Or was that a shadow clone? Don't know, don't care. That would add up because Hashirama and Madara were brought back by Orochimaru and Kabuto respectively. One is a scientist and the other his successor. The two would likely try to modify the reanimation. Yeah, this makes sense. To bring Hashirama and Madara back when they were at their best. That would also explain why Hiruzen was reanimated an old man. Nobody had time to modify his body, so he came back precisely as he died. If this is all true, then the real cause of Hashirama's death would reasonably remain a mystery. I knew this article wasn't going to give us anything definitive. Some have theorized that Hashirama suffered an ironic death due to his healing ability. According to Madara, he had regenerative capabilities and didn't even need a hand sign to use it. The same technique, however, might have shortened his lifespan, either by making Hashirama reach his Hayflick limit or create malignant tumors. It's possible that Hashirama died of illness like Itachi and Kimimaro. He could have contracted something that eventually cost him his life. Even the god of shinobi isn't immune to disease. The real cause of Hashirama's... Well, yeah, fine. Screw all that, right? I have two theories, one of which was covered here, right? Hashirama reaches his Hayflick limit from his regeneration over and over again. We know that people can... that the Hayflick limit does exist in Naruto. If you don't know what the Hayflick limit is, Sakura explains it pretty well, but I'm also going to show something on screen. Bam! The Hayflick limit is a concept that helps to explain the mechanisms behind cellular aging. The concept states that a normal human cell can only replicate and divide a finite number before it cannot divide anymore, and it will break down by programmed cell death or apoptosis. This is shown in the Sakura novel whenever she fights a individual with 9 tails levels of regeneration, right? Who is just able to regen even though she's like constantly breaking him, and so she keeps hitting him and then regenning it until at some point he cannot at all. What are my ads? What is this? Hold on. Anyways, until at some point he can in no way regenerate from what's happened to him. Another one is that if you are of the belief that Hashirama himself became a Jinchuriki instead of just holding the Nine Tails captive with Wood style, you could say that in losing the Nine Tails for whatever reason, he had a slow death based on, you know, a lot of people are like, I guess Jubito wasn't specifically one, because Obito was able to survive having the Jubi taken from him. But we do know that it kills you, or really, really drains your stamina, at the very least, to lose your tail beast. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this little video. Those are my theories on how Hashirama died. If you have a theory or more info you want to share in the comments, put that down below. Love you boys. Peace out.